Hey guys, this just in. It's me and my man,
Andre.
and we're here coming to you live on this very special breaking news edition of TFL Truck because Chevy just announced all the facts and features of the 2018 Chevy Silverado, and there's a mind-blowing, well, incredible special edition bit of news that is getting out of control, if you ask me. Let's before we talk about what's changing, why don't you give them a hint of what that is?
Well, there's up to 10 special editions of the Silverado, and this news is focused on the Chevy Silverado, which is Chevrolet's most popular vehicle, right? And but also the GMC Sierra and the heavy-duty versions of the Silverado and the Sierra are also new. And then on top of that, Chevy dropped a little more news. The new
is that the new sound? We need like a sound effect there.
No.
I like better.
Okay. It's the new Tahoe Custom.
Okay, all right. Okay. So there are 10 special editions, and I bet you at least 4 of those are black.
Yes.
So guys, let's start with the changes that aren't changing for 2018. Okay. Now, we just came back from Ford, and Ford announced that they basically upped the engine MPG on the F-150 by 1 over the line of the 4 engines. They also did some mild tweaks on the face. They kind of went to a double bar grille, and they also did some mild tweaks on the tailgate. Now, what has Chevy done? But before we do that, what has Chevy not done? What's not changing, Andre?
Right, for 2018, they did not touch the engines or the transmissions. You still have the 4.3 liter V6 as you did before. You still have the 5.3 liter V8 and the big 6.2 liter V8. And the V8s are paired with could be paired with an 8-speed if you choose the option. And there's also the 6-speed available. But what Ford did for 2018, they actually went to 10 speeds across the F-150 lineup. But Chevrolet left their powertrains the same with one exception.
What's that?
E-Assist Hybrid.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
It's a mild hybrid.
Yes.
I know what that
yes,
is.
it is. So Chevy and GMC and Chevrolet have been selling only in California this E-Assist model, which boosts your efficiency just a little bit. But it's a very mild hybrid. You cannot run the truck on electricity alone. It's just there to assist the small V8, the 5.3 liter. And the MPG rating is 18 in the city, 24 on the highway for the 2-wheel drive model.
Okay, so that's kind of their answer to Ford EcoBoost?
Yeah.
Interesting. You know, obviously the one truck manufacturer missing is Ram, and there should be a new Ram next year. We don't have any information on that, so today we're sticking to Chevrolet. It feels like all the news is in kind of the special edition, but let's keep going. Are there new colors, Andre?
Yeah, before we move on there, Chevy also is doing a new truck for 19. Remember, we've seen a lot of prototypes running around. So this is kind of a transition, you know, before they do a new truck. This is what they're doing. There are 2 new colors, Cajun Red and Havana.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay, just a little bit something.
Yeah.
Then there's a new feature that's also available on some Nissans.
Oh, is it the tire inflation?
Yeah, it's a monitor which alerts you, you know, if you reach the correct pressures.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's handy. I like that. It's cool tech.
Okay.
How about the 10 special editions? Let's go through those in case you guys are into really customizing your truck.
And the thumbnail that we have on this video, I don't know if you saw that, that was the real tree. Okay. So it's kind of an outdoorsy, camouflaged edition of the Silverado. Also can be blacked out. But let me just name these editions.
All right.
Bear with me, okay?
All right, I'm going to listen to you. Go for it.
Blackout edition.
Yep.
Also available with
Let's count how many blackout there are.
Okay, 1.
1. I'll keep counting. That's 1.
Special Ops. That's kind of a dark, kind of a matte finish.
I'm going to go blackout 2. That's very dark. Okay, that's 2.
Rally 1 and Rally 2. These are really bright, you know, with stripes, you know, very sporty editions, okay? Red Line edition.
Sure, I like that. There's red lines everywhere, including on the wheels.
Yes, and a very cool chrome grille, right?
Yes.
Midnight edition.
There you go, 3. That's a blacked out one.
Real Tree edition.
Okay,
that's the outdoorsy.
Right.
Okay. And this is my favorite, okay, coming up here. High Desert.
What's that?
High Desert. Remember the Avalanche?
Yeah.
How they had, in the sides of the bed, they had additional little cargo boxes.
Yeah.
Very similar to Ram.
Yeah.
Ram box. Well, Chevy is introducing that as well for 18 in the High Desert.
Okay. All right, keep going. There's more.
But did you know that you can get a high country, luxury High Desert?
So it's a High Desert, High Country. Special edition
Yes.
Chevy Silverado.
Yes, that's possible. You
Hey,
get-
is there a theme that's developing here?
it's very high, and we're in Colorado at high elevation, so this is I love this stuff. Z71, but that's been there
It's
before.
been there a while, yeah.
And this is an off-road package that's now available on LTZ, which is their a little bit more premium trim. Finally, All-Star Edition
Yeah.
and Texas Edition.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure the Texas edition, so 3 midnight ones, not
Yes.
quite 4. But the Texas edition we will be seeing at the State Fair, because I'm definitely going to the Texas State Fair.
And I'm trying to get there too.
We're both trying to get there,
Yes.
yeah. So this weekend, guys, I'm heading to Detroit, compliments of Chevy trucks, to go check out the Woodward Dream Cruise, and they are giving me one of those special editions
Which
to drive.
one? Which
I don't
one?
know. They just said pick it up at the airport, so I'm going to be surprised.
Is it going to be like a roulette or something? You'll pick which.
I
which
hope
of
so. I want the high country, high desert special edition. No, if it were my choice, I think I go with the. I think I go with that.
What, like the Red Line or the Rally or something?
No, I like the Midnight edition.
The Midnight?
That's been around for a while. It's just really badass, right? It's like that old Spinal Tap. This is so black you can see yourself in it.
Well, you have the black wheels, you have the black badging.
Everything black.
Right, everything black. Everything. Interior. But here's the thing. So, you know how Ford came out with the big numbers? You know, they said 13,200 pounds on max towing.
Yes.
Right? Well, Chevrolet's answer to this is they're saying their rating is 12,500.
So 700 pounds less.
Yes, but they're saying that rating is also applicable to crew cabs.
Ah, so
So they're
Ford.
saying, hey, our crew cab can tow that much. Can Ford do that?
Interesting, because Ford is
So-
just saying that's a short cab,
long bed,
long
yes,
bed,
yes.
yeah, 2-wheel drive. It's probably also 2-wheel drive for Chevy,
So
right?
Chevrolet is making that claim as well for crew cabs,
Interesting.
12,500 pounds. It's all about the numbers, right? You
Yes.
know, all the manufacturers want to say, you know, we're best at
You know,
these things.
I was at my dental hygienist office this morning.
Okay.
And that's not the exciting part, but she tows a horse trailer with a Ford F-250, a 2004.
Okay.
And I was telling her that you could now buy a half-ton truck that tows probably as much as her 2004
older Super Duty,
F-250
yeah.
Super Duty with the Power Stroke.
Yes. So the other news is for 2018, every single truck, every Silverado will have a rear view camera.
Oh, cool.
And part of it is because there is a mandate.
Yeah,
you
the
know,
government says you have to have it.
Yeah, so
this
all
is
the trucks-
this is them basically complying to legislation.
Yes, and another cool thing is the work truck model, the WT,
Yeah.
is going to be available with a 7-inch infotainment screen. You know, you used to get like a very tiny screen. Now you have a little bit bigger screen on the work truck, which is always good, right?
And speaking of work trucks, you just got to review Ford's new 3.3-liter work truck when
Yeah.
we were in Michigan and Ann Arbor, and that review is pending. So today I drove the Platinum on our TFL truck channel into a big puddle and got quite a splash.
Okay.
And everybody was like, "That's the biggest splash we've seen." So that's
you
the
go.
headline for the story. But
Yes.
you did the work truck, so that review is also coming up. We'll probably hold off on it because it'll be too many Ford videos at the same time. We
Right.
don't want to inundate you guys with Ford, because then you'll start saying we're Ford fanboys until Andres Ford breaks down, and then we'll say, "Look, we showed you that too." But we'll probably wait off until this weekend to show that review. But it's a good review, solid review, interesting truck, and just be sure to stay tuned for that.
There's another work truck we're working on.
Yes.
We have the 250 back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the truck that broke down on the way to the I-Gauntlet, it's back.
And we're going to run tomorrow. You're running Icon.
Yes, we're going to do the I-Gauntlet with it again, and that video will be forthcoming as well.
So why don't you pan over there to our questions, man? Tommy has some questions. Tommy, say them, and I'll repeat them so people can hear them.
Well, we've got a lot of questions about a 2500 redesign.
Of the Chevy Silverado. Okay. Okay.
So there's no news for that. So Chevrolet, what they've done in 17, they have a brand new Duramax.
Yes.
Right? The 6.6 liter have been completely reworked, 90% brand new parts,
And a hood scoop.
and a hood scoop for the diesel, 445 horsepower, 910 pound-feet of torque, which is a really good rating.
Until Ram came out with 930 last week.
Yeah. So the Ram went over Ford and Chevy
Yep.
with 930 on their comments. But there's no news of like updating the fascia.
And they updated let's face it, they did that last year. So,
Yes.
so you're not going to get an update every year.
There's one exception. On the Z71 on the heavy duties, they're going to have a mesh grille now.
Okay.
So you can get a new grille. But other than that, no new
the truck
chassis.
continues.
The chassis is the same. No news on that front other than the cosmetic changes.
And this also
Small.
holds true for GMC. So
Yes.
for all you GMC fans, this is very similar. So let's keep it real. It's both Chevy and GM at the
Yep.
same time. So yeah, not much news on the heavy duty side.
But the diesel is still awesome.
Yeah. What do you got, Tommy? Any more questions?
What kind of mileage do you think the hybrid will get?
Well, we have the numbers.
Yeah.
We have the numbers here. Ooh.
We have the numbers until
I just clicked out of it. I have my notes and the information here. So the E-Assist hybrid, which is a mild hybrid, two-wheel drive truck, it's paired with the 5.3 liter V8. 18 mpg in the city, 24 on the highway for the two-wheel drive, and then for the 4x4, 16 in the city, 21 on the highway, which is fairly respectable.
It's kind of comparable to Ford's turbos.
Yeah, Ford 2.7 EcoBoost for comparison is 26 on the highway in two-wheel drive. So Ford is a little bit better as far as EPA is concerned.
And of course, that all pales when you compare it to the Ram EcoDiesel, which is now for sale again.
Yep, and that's 29.
That's 29.
Up
so
to 29.
That is definitely the most fuel-efficient half-ton out there. Another question, Tommy.
Any news regarding if they moved the DEF tank for the diesels?
You know, I don't think that. I actually spoke with the engineer. That's a great question, and he said, "Stay tuned. We're going to have to wait for the next generation." I think in the next generation of truck, that's going to be right where most manufacturers put it, which is next to the fuel filling inlet. So the two should be together. Of course, Chevy puts it under the hood, but
and also under the frame.
Under the frame,
you can see it even.
And I asked him why they can't move it, and he said it would just be a huge amount of engineering of the truck.
Of the existing truck.
Of the existing truck to be able to do that in kind of a refresh generation. So basically it means a whole new set of tooling, and that's not going to happen.
Yeah, so we'll have to wait at least a couple of years or more until the next gen comes out. But the engineer...
Pour it up over it so high.
The engineer did tell me that they increased...
I scared you there, didn't I, Andre? You were like, what is he doing?
I was like, are you going to pour something on me?
But that's because you have to get it up above the...
Yes, into the hood, because the filler is under the hood, so you have to fill the DEF by holding it up or get the nozzle in there.
You know,
but
for strong men like you, Andre, is not a problem.
But they increased the size of the DEF tank for 17.
Yeah.
It's now like 7.5 gallons, and they increased the, there's a skid pad, plate, not pad, plate, that kind of protects it. And the engineer said, well, we increased the skid plate, to protect it.
Yeah, it hangs down. It seems pretty scary
still,
on an off-road truck.
Yeah, it hangs down.
One more question, then we'll go to the Tahoe news.
What about Sierras? Any news on the new Sierra?
It's very similar on the light-duty 1500 Sierras. So a lot of the things that we just listed, other than the special editions, they have different editions on the GMC side. But you still get your cameras, you still get the 7-inch infotainment system on the base Sierra, and additional colors. So similar updates on the Sierra as well.
All right, so let's talk about the custom Tahoe that was just announced, what, 20 minutes ago?
Yeah, it just came out today. This is the Tahoe Custom. That's the official name.
Starts at $44,995. You'll never see one for that.
45 grand for a nice Tahoe. And this kind of packages all of the popular options together. So if you're used to the 8-inch color touchscreen, that's there. Rear vision camera, and I'm using some of my notes here. Obviously USB charging and 4G LTE, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So they packaged some of the more popular options into this custom Tahoe.
Yeah, it's it's a smart move. Manufacturers always do it. They know what people want. They know what people are ordering. So why not give you guys what you want? Package it, call it a new special package,
and maybe decrease the price just a little bit.
Maybe decrease the price to this packaged, and sell more trucks.
And it's available with a 5.3. I can't say liter today.
5.3 liter?
V8. And if you can get a towing package, and you did some towing recently when you compared it to the Durango.
I did. I towed it against the Durango, the SRT.
Yeah.
And that engine is surprisingly powerful because, of course, it doesn't have the same horsepower as a 465 horsepower SRT Durango.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, we were towing a 7,000-pound boat, and it did really well.
I think it's 485 on the Durango.
485? Okay, 485, sorry.
It doesn't matter. The Durango has a lot of power,
but
this 5.3 liter is rated at 355 horsepower. And with the tow package, it's rated to tow up to 8,600 pounds.
Well, guys, stay tuned for a lot more interesting truck videos. Tomorrow we're going up Gauntlet, so we're spending the whole day getting ready for that with the F-250 that obviously didn't make it the first time. I'm flying to Detroit on Thursday, so we're going to have a lot more truck Chevy news. I know you guys we'll read the comments so we know that you guys feel like you've been inundated with Ford stuff, because we were just at a Ford event and they just introduced their new. So it hasn't, the news cycle is based on what new trucks are coming. We're not dictating that.
Well, we're not holding anything back.
No.
It's not like we're sitting on some Ram news right now,
Right, no.
and we're not telling you.
So as soon as the news breaks, you'll hear it.
Yes.
And remember, check out tfltruck.com for more news, views,
and real-world reviews.
Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Ciao.